Hi guys, it's me, just Living again, and for this video that I will be dedicated to my birthday month, June in 2025, I should be talking about the latest Godzilla movie, that'd be Godzilla X Kong, the New Empire. And you know what? And I know that this might be like a Hunter x Hunter situation where they put Hunter X, and Hunter, but I just feel comfortable with Godzilla X Kong. So still sue me, even if it might be like Hunter x Hunter. So anyway, this movie continues right after the continuation from Godzilla vs. Kong that happened a couple of years ago. And boy, it was really something times. And it, for some reason, Toho, the guys that make Godzilla movies, decided to do a Godzilla -1 before they came out a year before this movie. So it was a little confusing as to which one came last and which one came first. So I'm pretty sure that that's what came out last. So anyway, for following the continuity, they have a thing where they have King Kong, continued life in Middle Earth, roaming free and stuff like that. And, you know what it reminded me of? It reminded me of Congo, in which Amy runs free in the jungles of the Congo, and it gets all kind of animal friends and stuff there too. That will be the only comparison that movie. But now we also have Godzilla running rampant on Earth, on the surface of the Earth, and doing all kinds of Godzilla stuff like killing monsters, reigning supreme, and all that stuff. Now, it's very important to note that he was the king of the monsters, and every monster before him bowed down to him. So he was in a very weird show of disrespect. There are some monsters out there that actually kill him, that want to attack him. So that they might not be aware of Godzilla's coronation to become king, but it was still kind of weird. But they do have an excuse for at least one group of monsters, that being the ones that in Middle Earth, because obviously they couldn't be around for that, so they never got the memo. So anyway, we follow Kong with his famous axe. I feel like they should put if they could talk, if the apes could talk, they'd be like, and my axe, like they do in Lord of the Rings. I mean, it'd be perfect for the setting, being in Middle Earth and stuff, but it'd be funny, like my axe, like making something like that's like an only weapon, his only means to an end. So anyway, he's rampaging on in Middle Earth without anybody to deal with, but you can tell that he's lonely. And I like the pantomime of the apes. Well, the apes in this movie, spoiler alert. But I like the fact that they show like a real animalistic type motions and movements, just like in the original King Kong movie, I think 1928, with claymation, all that other stuff too, animatronics. So I like it pretty nice in that regard. But the only thing is that I don't like the fact there are multiple apes in this movie, multiple giant apes. Because King Kong was always meant to be special. It was only meant to be just one ape of that size. Maybe more colossal than his original form, but still, that was his own one. One is the longest number, and I feel that kind of detracted away from his uniqueness. His one of a kindness. But that being said, it gets kind of lonely at the top of the chain. So they had to include more monkeys and more apes to battle with. Also, they have a thing where they fight called giant lizards, not Godzilla. They have like giant lizards like and dinosaurs, much more like Peter Jackson's King Kong, as well as the original. I believe that they had that in there. So there's a callback to that too. Also, there was another callback because they have Kong rescue a little itty bitty baby ape from a bunch of boy apes that were attacking him. So it reminded me of the Son of Godzilla, where they had like a very piece of shit little Son of Godzilla, quite literally it looked like a big turd. But he adopts the little bugger, and he even offers them food and offers them like raw knuckles and that kind of thing too. So he gets them over makeshift Ohana, makeshift family, if you will. So that's pretty cool that he does that. And of course, the little ape does help him out, and he did in pinch when the other apes try to attack him, and they get out of the trap set by Kong. And then the little guy helps him out by setting off the trap and then crippling them. But anyway, during this whole thing, the baby Kong ends up taking the big King Kong with the axe to his mom and dad apes in this underground cavern, along with a bunch of people that gathered too, by the way. And they'll come later on in the movie too. So anyway, they have this thing where they have like these apes doing work for this master ape, if you will. I don't know his name, but they don't really go into specifics of it. And this ape is more like a slave driver, using his bone whip and his magical frost crystal to control a big monster to keep the other apes in line. But the thing of it is that, number one, I want to know where he got this bone whip thing from. That would have been a cool Pokemon move. I mean, if they got Bone Club, you think that they would have Bone Whip. That'd be a kick-ass move. By the way, ground type move. But anyway, I want to know how he came in line with that Bone Whip. Because there were like hundreds and not thousands of other apes that can easily overthrow this master ape if he gets too out of line, which he does on occasions. And the thing is that they have like overthrow the master type storyline from so many other movies and films and stuff. It almost reminds me of the Ten Commandments with the slavery angle. That he keeps whipping it to cut into shape, make him do his dirty work and building up and stuff. And the other apes can't do anything but just take it. that being said, he also does like also has other foreman apes doing his bidding for him. And now all these apes are about the same size as King Kong. So again, it ruins the whole uniqueness of them. Even the little baby ape is only like maybe half the size of King Kong at this point by height. So it's like they're all about the same size as him. So they're all colossal beings by themselves. But anyway, King Kong realized that this master ape, it actually reminded me a lot of the rise of the Planet of the Apes, new, more modern and trilogy of movies by 20th Century Fox about the Planet of the Apes franchise. So anyway, King Kong realizes that this guy is no good, and he fights him, and he actually does beat him pretty well, until he whips out his secret weapon, his trump card, as it were, his frozen crystal. And then you see this crystal, when it activates, it interacts with the other apes, slave apes, opening up like a big doorway to this area. And behind you see big glowing eyes, and then you see that King Kong is like, I'm gonna need some help with this. I'm gonna need some backup. So we all know what that backup is. The King of the Monsters. Now, apparently this thing is like this giant frost dragon and that sort of thing. And he can freeze things with his deadly frost breath. Now, apparently because all these apes and this thing were in the underground, in the Middle Earth Kingdom, they were unable to see all the stuff that happened on the surface with Godzilla, monsters, and so on and so forth. So they're kind of given that excuse of why they're so evil and against the king, the big D himself. So then, after a very frantic escape, and he almost gets killed in the process, King Kong ends up going to the surface to beg for help. Before he reaches the actual surface, he has to, his rear arm is crippled. And all humans have to outfit him with like an excavator-esque arm from back when they were dealing with the monsters full-time Monarch program. So it was weird. I kept thinking to myself, that glove looks very familiar. That glove looks like a power glove from the old E's and Night commercial from the Wizard. Now I love the power glove. It's so cool. It's so cool. It's so hot. It's cool. Something along those lines. I would kill for Godzilla or Kong to play a game of Red Racer. That would have been awesome. I would have been the shit. So you see the thing which conveniently fits Kong and that kind of thing. And then he goes up to the big Godzilla for help. Now Godzilla isn't exactly too thrilled at the will with this. And even Kong says I can't really translate what he said to him, but he's like, "Hey buddy, how you doing? You wanna help me out?" And of course, that Godzilla is like I want to rip your head off. And he almost succeeds in ripping his head off. But beneath that, remember I told you that there were some people down in the underground that were that like an ancient tribe? Well, it turned out that the death girl from the other movies teamed up with those guys to summon Mothra. Another monster that is kind of there are multiple of like a rare Pokemon species, but there are multiple Mothras, and it's kind of weird because I feel like calling back this monster Mothra was very similar, not identical to the whole summoning procedure they would have to endure to summon her in the first movies with the Asian twins that sang the song about Mothra. Right down to the fact that both the deaf girl and the leader of the tribe for this underground human species are both Asian. They're both Japanese, I'm assuming. So that's kind of coincidental. Anyway, there's some Mothra there. The only thing, she doesn't actually really participate in fighting. For example, maybe she learned last time when she got blasted by the Firebird. Anyway, Rodan, I mean. But in this one, she actually does right as Godzilla's about to go up to do his Tom blast right in the Kong's face. She said, "Okay, enough of you two. Quit fighting. The pyramid's already destroyed. No pagoda this time, unfortunately. But the pyramids are trashed. The Sphinx is almost on its last legs. So enough of you two. Back to the point. You help out Kong? Right there. That's no problem. But I'm gonna tell your mommy and you." So they all go down to help him out with the humans, with our humans on the surface going down into this giant hole into Earth. Now, it's the arena where they fight remind me of Congo too. In that, remember in the end of that movie where they had all the bad gorillas on the side of the rim of the volcano about to die and stuff, and then they jump into the lava pit. Remind me of that. The also remind me a little bit like Blood Total spectators seeing the big bad Master Ape fighting with Kong and the others. So anyway, they show that at this point the Master Ape can actually ride this Frost Dragon like a battle horse, and he fights with Kong and with Godzilla, and they pair off and they all jump at each other like that. They do like a big splash page with all four of them going at each other, and it's quite nice to be able to do that. And I think at this point, the Master Ape, the bad guy ape, has the axe to get wrestled away from him and all that. So, they have a fire dragon being at Godzilla fighting with the Frost Dragon, whatever that's called, being held back by giant bone whips, like a bone color in whip form. Now, I wonder, how can this thing happen like that? How can a simple string of bones stop this thing from breaking and wreaking havoc on the master ape. So he used this crystal to make this creature do his bidding, even though you could tell that the creature doesn't want to fight anybody on his behalf. He does so because it's like a crystalline version of a a dog shot color. You have to do what it says, or else you could keep the buzz. So anyway, they get outside with humans fighting alongside our good monsters, and they end up fighting like a scene. I forgot which one it is. Anyway, it's very awesome because you see everything going into which way, flying around, people dodging everything, trying to prevent everyone from dying and stuff. You see Godzilla trying to kill this monster there and doing everything in his power to kill him, but he can't do it. He's just not that powered up yet. And they do those things which Godzilla rests, and then it absorbs some nuclear radiation. So also is Kong trying desperately to destroy this control crystal, and you see him trying to rub up on it and destroy it. The master ape keeps getting to it first and knocking it out of its reach. To it, the little baby ape tries to destroys it, and it's like, oh no, my one matter of controlling this unstoppable creature. I have no idea how the master ape managed to get his hands on it to control it in the place, but he did. So, in a very clever way of showing how he's done with it, the master ape says, freeze him before it gets me. And then the creature says, you don't have to crystal anymore. You can't tell me what to do anymore. Then he launches a giant blizzard attack at this ape, and he freezes him solid. To where Kong takes him over his knee and smashes him into the ground. It's just so awesome. Because I always thought of King Kong as like a melee character, more like a wrestler character, more like close combat person, whereas Godzilla has more long range options. So anyway, they show that the two lizards are more evenly matched, but because he didn't do any damage on his own volition, and King Kong, Godzilla, and Mothra said, let him go back to his in the ground. Let him live out his life in peace. So then they do like a homie hug, a homie fist bump, and then let it go to separate ways. King Kong goes back in the hole with the other apes, and with his little adopted monkey friend, his ape buddy, his little Goku is over for him, and he lives happily ever after till next movie. Right along with the humans who Death Girl goes down with them, and lives her life with until they need some monster again. And I don't know what happened to Mothra, but she survived in this one. Anyway, see that Godzilla is back in his original form, being pissed off and everything else, and stomping around the earth. Now, I gotta say, I do like the pink fixture around him. When he would go woo 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 woo, and then blast everybody. That's really cool. But it's still really hot. And I like the way they have the enemy lizard survive. Because, like I said, he can control himself. And I like the way Kong crushes the frozen monkey, the frozen apes go into two pieces. That was really freaking awesome. That was we would expect from a giant ape fight. I'm king of the jungle. I'm your butt. But I would like to hear DK Donkey Kong, the DK rap, and whenever you did that. That would have been cool. That would have been funny as all shit. But yeah, I enjoyed this movie. We call back to Martha's origin, the kind of summoning with two twins, to the Congo references, to even the baby Godzilla thing, with Shin Godzilla, Mania, with little baby Kong. And yet, if I refer to the baby as baby Kong, I'm referring to the game Halo 3, and they refer to the Juihane as baby Kong, aka the Brute. It's just funny. I don't think that I could give it a name in the movie, but I like the fact that they have the Power Glove in there. I like the way they have the more animalistic, silent speaking toward all the apes. That was pretty cool. And yeah, it was a good fight movie. Good acting, good cinematography. You could just mention all the participants sitting in those actors chairs, smoking a cigarette and just passing in the breeze type thing, that monkey thing's hot, talking shit about stuff, not related to the movie. But anyway, okay, let me know what you guys think of it. If you guys like the new Godzilla X Kong movie, and the new Empire, in which King Kong is given a proper kingdom. So yeah, I thank you for watching my video on Godzilla X Kong, the new Empire. If you guys like it, I did this for my birthday month in June 2025 because I like the Godzilla and King Kong movies. And because it's my happy piece of yellow pool, because it's awesome. And if you like what you see, one more of my videos, you can like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel. You can also follow me on Twitter or X if you prefer, or if you want, comment. You can comment on my videos, or you can text me or call me at 631-707-3707 for any type of commentary on my videos, or any type of question about the future stuff I'm proposing. Also, you can get me, at jjsvtell@gmail.com, or you can, yeah. So, I just hope all you guys like kaiju movies, or Godzilla movies in general, or, anything with science fiction, or Hollow Earth, or any type of, fun stuff like that. Also, the sci-fi genre is rich with this movie and franchise. So, be something else, but it's just aloha, sayonara. I'll see you in the next video. All you girls, guys, internet land. Ciao, ciao.